One Bite, everybody knows the rules. Tonight we are trying Barstool Sports, One Bite, everybody knows the rules, frozen pizza. I went on a little bit of a rant about a year ago, and just to catch you up, I'm going to play a short video from that, just so you can see kind of where I landed on Dave Portnoy's reviews of his own frozen pizza. So I have here queued up, and I tested it this time. Let's see. He rated another pizza, and it is his One Bite review frozen pizza. In his review, he talks about he's not going to give it a number. In his book, it's a perfect 10. Claims he went onto the street, found what I think is probably the most attractive woman he could find, and had her give the rating. The rating that this model gave to the pizza, she gave it a 9.8. That is the rating that they claimed at the end of the video. They put a graphic up. Capital Region pizzas, 7.4, 4.1, 7.3, 7.2, 6.8, and a frozen pizza gets a 9.8. What are the purpose of the review if the best pizza that you can get is their frozen pizza? How does that help local restaurants? So I have to find out for myself how this pizza is. Now, I will say I just baked it up before going live here, and here it is. And honestly, for frozen pizza, it doesn't look bad. And while I was baking it, I was reading the ingredients, and I was a little surprised by what I saw. But we're going to get into the taste first, and then we'll get to all the details later. For this occasion, and I got a little oily fingers here, I brought out my trusty NC 1701 Starship Enterprise pizza cutter. So let's do it. Cut right into this bad boy. You got to do slices. And we'll do this kind of like mini Portnoy style. I don't like to copy people's reviews, you know? I like to have my own style here on the channel. That's what you guys come for. It's YouTube, not Portnoy tube. All right. So here we go. Now, the one thing I'll say, the crust is definitely crackery. Looking at it, it definitely gives me like lunch school vibes, school lunch vibes. And you got to do, he does this thing, right? Where he does like the flop test. Let's see how it tastes. This is pepperoni. Okay. Interesting. So, looking at this, when I pulled it out of the oven, I was surprised at how the top kind of looked like a New York style pizza, like a slice that you would get in New York City. That said, I even noticed the rim around the crust actually had puffed up while it baked. In this case here, though, while it cooled, it kind of fell down a little bit. Let's go in for it. We got to do, he says, one bite, everybody knows the rules. It's just funny because when people quote him, they say, one bite, everyone knows the rules. And I thought I heard it that way, but then I rewatched some of the, you know, offending reviews that he did. And it's one bite, everybody knows the rules. I guess that's kind of like a Mandela effect thing. But he always does the first bite like that, then he does the bite of the crust. And here goes this thing where he's like, okay. Closes the box. All right. For what it is, it's frozen pizza. And there's a couple of defining factors that make this jump out that it's a frozen pizza. The first is the sauce. Frozen pizza sauce has kind of a sharpness that you usually don't get in a regular pizza sauce. It's almost like they overcompensate with the salt and acid to make it a little bit sharper. Not to say at all bad, but the sauce is probably the weakest part of this. The cheese is excellent. I will say, for frozen pizza, I'm used to seeing like little strings of cheese, but like, I mean, that looks, I mean, if you were to Photoshop that, I mean, that kind of looks like a New York slice, you know? But the crust is another weak point. It's got that those dimples divots, whatever you call it, that kind of remind you of school lunch. We have somebody in the chat here. Looked like I bit into cardboard, but I ate the entire thing in one breath. I'm doing this on a live stream, so I got to do a little bit of the pomp and circumstance. You know how it is. But we're gonna give it a score. We'll do what he said. It's not going to be a perfect 10. So he scored this pizza a perfect 10 for frozen pizza. For frozen pizza, I would put this at like a 7.5, which I think is a solid score compared to what I think is the best frozen pizza on the market, which is croissant crust DiGiorno pizza. It's amazing. If you haven't tried that yet, go to the store and buy it at Target. It's incredible. This is probably right on par. I'd probably score that on the Dave Portnoy scale of pizza. I probably would scale that probably close to like 7.2. So this being 7.5, it's good. I'm surprised. So let's go through some of the artwork on the box, because here the ingredients is where I got tripped up. But it's made by a company called Happy Foods, which is out of Secaucus, New Jersey. One bite and the rest is history. What started off as an offhanded debate, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be, has evolved into trying a single place every day in whichever city I'm in. I tried over 1,000 slices from Boston to New Haven to New York and Chicago, and even frozen pizzas, rating them all. Until I try them all, I've now created my own pizza, which you can enjoy at home. One bite, everybody knows the rules. Dave Portnoy. Did he create this? No. He probably was in the process of editing while they would send him samples, probably in quarantine. So this is the pepperoni. The pepperoni also is quite good for frozen pizza. Usually that taste gets lost when it gets frozen. That was really good. I'm not going to go through all the ingredients, but one thing I did note, and I could have taken a picture and put it up for you guys, but you can look it up, and I'll add a description here with what the actual ingredients say. I'm going to read the bulk ingredients, not what's in parentheses. I'm going to read what it says it is. So it says crust, water, low moisture whole milk mozzarella, sauce, extra virgin olive oil, garlic puree, Parmesan and Romano cheese blend, Romano cheese, and powdered cellulose, which is basically wood. They add that to grated cheese to make it, not stick together. But even reading what's in the parentheses, there's not a lot of artificial ingredients in this. And I'm not that, I don't care. I'll eat food dyes all day. But, I mean, for a frozen pizza that you would buy in Walmart, I think that's pretty remarkable. And for the $6.48 that this is, I don't think it's bad. I actually think it's quite good. If push came to shove and I would have to eat a frozen pizza, I probably would pick this up if I were in a Walmart over any of the others. I mean, a lot of those are pretty gross. But between this and the croissant crust DiGiorno pizza, I'd have a pretty big toss-up. I wanted to put a little local flair on this too. I have this hot crispy oil, and they don't pay me to promote them or anything. I just think it's a good product. It's basically harlong gao, which is a oil and onion kind of concoction that it's like a condiment. Let's see that. It's like crispy onions and red pepper and oil. So I want to add a little bit to the slice and see how it is with that. There we go. Woo! Making a mess. All right, let's close it up. One more bite for the hell of it. It helps it along, but doesn't need it. Mr. Dave Portnoy, I don't love your pizza reviews. I don't love your scoring system. Your frozen pizza ain't bad. Am I going to go out and buy it every day? Absolutely not. But it's respectable. It's respectable. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit a like, subscribe if you like food, and I'm going to put on the screen some videos you need to watch. Check those out. Have an amazing day. We will see you next week for the live review here every Thursday. New edited reviews every Monday. See you soon.